Hello, my name is Longkutoy, and right now I'm going to talk to you about the employee empowerment and how to lead the change. So, the employee empowerment is a philosophy and strategy that a company uses to provide space for its employees to make decisions and behave according to company goals. This strategy makes employees feel prouder and ownership of their work. Having room to make their own decisions also encourages them to think creatively and innovate. Employee empowerment can be a gentle yet effective motivational tactic. In addition to increasing company productivity, employees will also feel more satisfied. This in turn can have a positive impact on the company's culture, both internally and in external relations. The purpose. The purpose of empowerment is to develop and maximize employee potential and methodologies which in turn provides benefits both for the employees and for the organization, and thus to independent employees and improve their performance. The existence of employee empowerment also allows people to feel that they have meaning, competence, and decision making. Empowerment helps employees to improve their performance, monitoring, and stress management. Empowerment also adds to the employees' personal initiative as they are able to identify their work and assume a psychological sense of ownership. Employee empowerment also increases employee motivation and work productivity, because empowerment actually contributes to more effective employee participation and makes things work well. The objective: empowerment teaches employees how to decide and take responsibility for their findings. With empowerment, the organization will find and retain staff that have qualities, skills, knowledge, and efficiently employ staff. How to empower employees? The first is listen their opinion, and the next is trust in what they do. The third is give support, motivate, and feedback to the employees. The fourth is give them opportunity and space to grow up and develop. And the last one is praise their effort for what they had done. Benefit of employee empowerment. The first is produce talented staff. Empowerment can provide mostly skilled employees information in the company. The second is supply of prospective company leaders. Empowerment can identify important candidates who will play an important strategic role in the future for the company. The third is effectiveness of the company. Empowerment can improve corporate performance by enabling staff to decide what to do for themselves. The next is learning on risk. Learning can increase employee involvement in the learning process and take risks for the work involved. And the last is experience carrying out a certain task. Empowerment is an important basis for employees in carrying out certain tasks, so that these tasks provide their employees with valuable experience and provide guiding and reference for their future tasks. Uh, a recommended film about how to make employee empowerment effective is Moneyball. A 2011 film is based on Michael Lewis' true story from a non-fiction book with the same name, and the storyline is centered to the Oakland Athletics basketball team in 22 season, and their general manager Billy Beanes attempts to assemble a competitive team. From the film, we could learn that the first is strategy takes time. After an awful beginning of the year, Bean was criticized by the media, his personnel, and the public. Nevertheless, he stuck with his strategy and allowed time to play out. In reality, before and after a strategic meeting, days or even weeks of preparation and assessment is necessary. Remember, for longevity, you're building up, not short-term results. You will have to be patient if your company is able to fully implement the strategy. The second is competitive advantage won't last. The rest of the league had no choice but to notice the wildly successful season of athletics with Billy Beane using a data-driven strategy. One team, the Boston Red Sox, invited Beane to put his strategy to work in Boston. 2 years later, Boston won the same model as Beane's, which was used by Oakland. It is important to keep this in mind when building your strategic plan. Your success will attract imitators, and you have a better plan to stay ahead of them. If your competitors see success, it will not be difficult to adjust your strategy. The third is think outside the box. The 2002 Athletics had one of the lowest budgets and some of the lowest expectations for achievement in the league. He knew that he had to switch things up when Bean was higher. He was able to take the risks that no one else wanted to take, which would go against coaching personnel, recruiters, actors, and the media wishes. To avoid stagnation, if it is sometimes necessary to think differently. The fourth is change is not easy. Following the use of an algorithm to build up its team of underrated players, the coaching and recruitment personnel show disagreement. The media and even his own players were pushed back for unconventional work. Your organization's members will be confused and concerned about where they fit when they hear about a new strategy plan. It is up to leadership to ensure that the vision, mission, objectives, and goals are clear to each member of the organization. It will also help to ease everybody to change the maintenance of open lines of communication between departments and individuals. And the last is perception versus real life. The Athletics had their traditional way of finding players, often involving partiality and misconceptions, until Bean decided to find the best players. A management team can easily present a vision and mission for a company, but are other members of the company living up to these values? It's difficult to tell sometimes. Alignment and buy-in from any corner of your organizations ensures that the vision and mission from the top to bottom are demonstrated. How to lead the change? The first is reframe the problem. It is not all about finding the right problem that is reframing, but rather examining whether there is a better problem. The second is communicate. In leading an organizational change, communication is important. If you communicate on all levels, leading organizational change is easier. Some resistance to changes will be reduced by communication. The third is give change. Time is needed for the best ideas. It is crucial that the stakeholders have their expectations so that they can understand how and when the change works. The fourth is clear explanation of new direction. The team may not accept the move, but the reasons for the change should be very clear. Team members should have the opportunity to object, but once they have set the direction, only to support or leave the team is their choice. The fifth is teamwork. When making a change, teamwork is important. We can help each other achieve the goal with the teamwork. And the last is be a true leader. There will be resistance to change when change happens. As a leader, the team member must be able to motivate and trust you. The team needs to be trained, developed, and strengthened. A strategy for winning the game is needed as a leader, either adapting or dying. That's the choice. Thank you.